Hello guys, welcome back to the Free Hammers podcast live. It's me and Paul this week, and we're going to be going through everything West Ham related and any news that we like to cover through sports. If you've got any questions throughout the show, put them in the live chat and we'll try our best to answer them. If you've not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like our content, and please share with your friends. Let's get on with it. It's the Free Hammers and it's live.
Mate, it's raining in England, but it's a sunny day to be a West Ham fan again.
I tell you what, mate, isn't it mad how quickly things can change?
Belief is back. You know, all of a sudden, like in work today, you're talking about, four more points, we're there. Mate, I was sitting in bed last night when the game had all finished, and done all the interviews. Mate, I was sitting in bed like that. I couldn't sleep. It was like, oh, is that what it is? Is that what a win feels like? Mm. Just, it's what we needed, and it's what we need. And I won't even say, mate, it's been coming, because it hasn't looked like it's been coming. But that was, a top performance yesterday. It really was. Yeah,
I mean, it's still. I obviously delighted, absolutely over the moon with a win. Done the double over Chelsea, fantastic. Technically scored 4 goals. You can't be mad at that. You can't be disappointed at that. I still think there were some negatives, but don't want to focus on that. It was an amazing win.
So let's get into it a little bit, mate. We'll start right at the beginning. Obviously, a few changes. A massive one and a massive impact. Ogbonna was back, mate.
Huge
difference. You could see there was a calmness. He's quite good on the ball, Bono, as well. He does get enough credit. He's quite good on the ball. That was a big one. No Mark Noble. Obviously, Lanzini and Fornals in the middle with Bowen and Antonio, weren't it? Am I missing anyone?
No, so you had Souček and Rice sort of holding, and then Lanzini and Fornals were kind of rotating, and then Bowen on the right, Antonio up front. Like you say, mate, huge differences. Ogbonna, for me, he's been our best player this season. I don't even think they're doing an Hammer of the Year vote, but if they did, he'd probably win it.
Yeah, it would have been mine as well before the lockdown and all that.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic season, Ogbonna, and just having him back made a huge difference to the defence. Huge difference. And then, like you say, mate, the big one, and again, I'm not a Mark Noble hater by any stretch. I don't often knock him at all, but we looked such a better team. And
mate, I think there was legs in the midfield. There was legs.
Yeah, I think we all knew we would. We looked so much more mobile. You didn't have the moves breaking down as soon as you got to him. I said a little bit later on, obviously, Lanzini and Fornals are doing it as well. But I noticed when Jack Wilshere came on, Wilshere's made of glass. But as soon as Jack got the ball, head up, looking to see what's on, Mark Noble would have already done a 360 and been passing it backwards. It's that forward thinking and that forward awareness made such a difference. And I said as well before the game, that team, if we had a decent strike, if we had Haller up front and then maybe Antonio on one of the wings, instead of him playing up front as a striker, that's a good lineup. It's a good team.
We look good. There was nice, before any of the goals is discussed, there was some nice little interchanges between Fornals and Bowen at times, and even Lanzini and Fornals. There's little bits and bobs there with little touches and goes. It was a lot better. Early chance was obviously Antonio, where he scuffed it wide, and we're thinking, here we go. Let's go for it, mate. So that first goal, I think the emotions I went through, like a 7 to 8 minute period, are ridiculous. First goal, mate, that was disallowed. What do you make of that, mate? I think an absolute joke.
Absolutely disgraceful, mate. Absolute joke. As I was saying to you, texting you at the time, couldn't believe it. And as soon as they stopped to review it, I knew they were going to rule that out.
Oh yeah, mate. They was doing all they could to rule it out.
Soon as they stopped and they were like, no, we're looking at that, I knew that weren't going to be a goal. Ridiculous decision. And the commentators, the pundits, Neville, Antonio's come out afterwards, Moyes, everyone's come out afterwards and said that should have been given as a goal. Ashley Cole sitting there saying
Yeah.
that should have been given as a goal.
TalkSport Chelsea fans, I think it's Jason Cundy in it. I think that's his name. He was saying, look, you've got to give the goal there. Like, unless it touched Antonio, you've got to give it. It's land on the floor. Do you know what I mean? He made it harder for Souček to score.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, he was helping Chelsea out, and it's ridiculous. But, and I don't want to get into the old conspiracy things, and but the decisions that's gone against us. And I said to you again at the time, what really, really, really winds me up is when a goal goes in against West Ham, like the handball goal, last week.
Yeah.
They looked at that for about 10 seconds before they gave the goal. West Ham
They
score.
were really trying hard to see whether Antonio touched it. And then they just thought, oh, do you know what? His head's offside. We'll give it because of that.
Yep. It's crazy, mate. Crazy. So, the goal should have stood. And then, obviously, 2 minutes later.
A typical West Ham, really. At that point, that is what was going through my mind. Was it Diop? Did Diop down Pulisic? Yeah, Pulisic was the best player on the pitch. You can say Antonio was the man of the match, but Pulisic was the best player on the pitch. And then Willian steps up. He was never going to miss. He's very astute at penalties.
Dodgy as well, though. Pulisic 100% was looking. Don't get me wrong. For me, it was a penalty. You have to give a penalty for that because Diop left a leg in, but he was looking for that and he went down early. So you could even argue that a little bit, but I think it was a penalty. Diop left a leg in. He probably shouldn't have. And again, actually, do you know what? I haven't seen Ashley Cole as a pundit before, but I actually think he spoke quite well.
He was quite fair, wasn't he?
He was quite fair. And obviously, let's be real. I don't like Ashley Cole as a person, but let's be honest, probably the best left back we've seen in our in our generation.
Our generation,
he knows what he's talking about. And he was saying as well, you have to move your feet quicker there. And Diop got left a leg in, and there's a penalty. But then justice was done.
Justice, mate. Same man again. Had a great match actually. Thomas Souček, very busy. He's a big threat as well. He's a big guy. He's a big guy, long, lanky guy.
Got a good record of scoring goals as well before he come to us.
Yeah, it's been coming. It's been coming with him. Header, wasn't it? Back post. Goal.
It was basically, if you watch it, it was basically identical to the goal that was disallowed, except he actually got his head to it. Like if you look at the setup and the way that he moved, he peeled off, made that run to the back post. It was exactly the same setup. Obviously, he got above as Pilaqueta just couldn't handle him from any of the corners. It was funny watching Pilaqueta trying to get in between them.
What was he doing? Half time 1-1, reasonably happy. A change. Like I say, the emotion went like that within a few minutes. Did you see the Colton Cole bit at half time?
Oh, of course, yeah. Brilliant.
That was genius. That was brilliant. He was so angry. And I think I see a bit after the game as well where he's like, oh, people expecting me here because I'm Chelsea, because I played for Chelsea. He's like, nah. But didn't take long in the second half, mate. And a nice goal as well. Antonio was he was looking for a pen at the edge of the box. Good on him. He got up straight away. He didn't sit there sulking. Up straight away. The ball broke out to Win. Win played a nice ball across, low and hard. Here we go. 2-1 up, mate. Deserved.
Yeah, definitely. And again, mate, I was saying at the time, as that's justice. We did deserve that. Really, really nice play as well. Again, it was Lanzini, Fornals, Rice. No, was Fornals involved? I know it was, yeah. So it was Fornals, Lanzini, Rice. That little triangle on the edge of the box, played it into Antonio. Obviously, it broke out. Really, really nice goal. I want to say as well, a lot of people, I've seen quite a few people slagging Fornals off for yesterday, but he made 2 of the goals. He made the pass to assist.
Yeah.
For 2 of the goals. I think Fornals had a good game. Yeah, lovely goal. Really pleased for Antonio. I was slagging him off, silly.
Oh, mate, he did do some of his touches were awful in that first half.
His technique is shocking. But one thing you can't knock is his work rate. Like he ran himself into that absolute ground. And he deserved that goal. And I'm really pleased for him that he got it. Really pleased for him, yeah.
That goal will probably do him a world of good, mate, as well now. That's a little bit of a weight off his shoulders from the restart. After that, West Ham, the sort of things you were texting, mate, were, backing off, we're going deeper. That's to be expected. You're a team in a relegation fight. And probably the only thing that sort of maybe Rice did wrong in the game, I don't want to be too harsh on him, was he was a bit rash in the challenge that brought him down for the free kick.
Yeah.
I think someone had to hit him, because I could see it was looking like, the goal that Hazard scored against us last year, where he literally just run all the way through it and side foot it in. Someone did have to hit him, because he was the best player on the pitch in that last sort of that 10-minute period. He was just in the ball and he was banging at us, he driving at us. What do you make of the free kick, mate?
I agree. Honestly, I agree with Gary Neville, what he was saying about it. On one hand, it went in off the inside of the post. So he placed it well, but it was in the middle of the goal. And realistically, Fabianski shouldn't be getting beat on his side. Like, that's his side of the goal.
Yeah, to cover you.
Yeah, and he shouldn't be getting beat there. Obviously, he tried to anticipate it, going over the wall. But when you do that, you just leave such a gap. You're inviting him to just put it in that corner. So I don't think it was the best from Fabianski. I don't think it should have gone in. But, credit to Willian as well. Obviously,
I couldn't do that. It was a good goal. It looked good. It was at the time. I was like, nothing you can do about that at first.
But realistically, I think Fabianski will be disappointed with that. I think he'll be disappointed with that.
2-2. What was you thinking, mate? I was thinking coming.
Yeah, I was thinking the same as every other West Ham fan, every other neutral fan.
No point did I think we was going to win at that point.
No, not at all. And it looked like they were massively on top, and it looked like the inevitable was coming. And I was screaming at Moyes, use your subs, use your bench, make some changes.
Credit to him, he did, and he brought on Yarmolenko.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep using the word. I need to think of a different way of comparing players, but a Marmite player with some West Ham fans. I've always liked the guy, and I've given him a lot of time because of injuries. In days, had some horrific injuries. You don't play for Borussia Dortmund if you're a bad player. If he wouldn't have had the injuries, trust me, he would not be playing for West Ham. Man United were in for him a couple of years ago. That left foot is just an absolute wand. The ball came out. Rice played it out to Fornals. Fornals played the 1-2 with Antonio, and then I think we was all thinking exactly the same. Antonio was there,
mate. See when Antonio, obviously, like you say, Antonio did really well, chested it down, lovely little flick from Fornals as well, put it perfectly in front of Antonio. Antonio spun, and Yarmolenko's away. And then again on the commentary, Neville said he's away. And all West Ham fans are thinking the same. I stood up, I was like, Antonio's going to mess this pass up.
Yeah, just please. Into his left foot.
I just thought Antonio's going to overhit this. He's going to mess the pass up. Perfect. Pass was perfect. Onto his left foot, cut inside Rudiger. I don't know what Rudiger was doing, to be honest.
We've said it before, haven't we? I think we said it about a year ago, sort of when Yarmolenko was having his period of goal scoring. It's so obvious what he's going to do. He's so good at it. But, put him on his right foot. Oh, he just, I don't know, he does it so late, that little turn onto his left foot. That is a wand. I don't care. That left foot is a wand.
Oh, phenomenal left foot. And he's a great player. And as well, you said it.
Well, so calm. And I was going to say, like you said at the time, he's not the quickest, but when he came on, we seemed to have more time on the ball. It seemed, because he probably, realistically, probably more than anybody else, apart from maybe Felipe Anderson when he's on it, he's got that ability to hold the ball. And he just seems calm on the ball. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't try and rush it. He doesn't panic,
Doesn't
panic. Just scenes, mate. Absolute scenes. They said it on West Ham Fan TV. Can you imagine if there was fans there? They would just be...
mate, I was thinking that as well last
night.
Just
chaotic.
I was thinking that last night. I'm gutted for the fans. I'm gutted for the fans and for the players as well, that they weren't there for that. Because like you say, mate, like obviously... from sitting indoors watching it on the telly, having the fake crowd noises helps a little bit. But I was up running around the living room screaming, scared the life out of my cats. but yeah, it's such a shame the fans weren't there for that, because it would have
Because
been
that
amazing.
really would have been, with the fans there, real turning point. I'm hoping it's a turning point anyway, because you can see like the bench was still sort of flying up in the air and all that. But yeah, if you had the fans there, that would have been a total confidence changing moment. We've been there, you know, when them last minute winners have gone in. I think of Scotty Parker when he scored one against Wigan from like 30 yards or whatever.
Oh yeah, do you know this again? If the fans were there, and like you say, to me, I feel like it would have felt like the Tevez goal against Tottenham, the free kick.
Yeah,
it would have been that kind of turning point. You know, it would have been that kind of feeling. But I was actually thinking as well yesterday, I genuinely can't remember the last time we scored a last minute winner. I genuinely can't remember.
That's a good one. If anyone can remember that, put it in the comments. Last minute winner, no. Especially not this season, anyway. What does that do now, mate? That's I'm going to flash the league table up very quickly. League table is, oh my god, that one. Right, so league table, mate, much better does that read now? Still not perfect at any stretch of imagination. I'll make it full screen.
Yeah, it like I say, mate, it's amazing how quick things can change. You know, last week I'm sitting here thinking I don't see any way out of this, thinking we might only stay up by the other teams losing every game. But now you look at that and you think, well, if we beat Watford or Aston Villa
or Norwich,
surely we're safe. You know, surely we're safe.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think with Norwich, obviously Norwich are down anyway. But I think if we beat Watford or Villa, that will keep them below us.
Yeah,
and I think that's it. Like,
I'm hoping we're safe. I'm hoping we're safe before the Villa game, though. To be honest.
Oh yeah, of course. You don't really want it to go down to that.
Then.
But if even like I say, for me, obviously, if I was Moyes, you've got to target every game. You've got to target every game. Beating Chelsea shows that. But in my mind, I'd be thinking, right, beat Watford, we're safe.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Yeah, total change now, and hopefully, like you say, mate, we can push on. Good results for us. All the results have been going for us since the last show as well, and a massive result for our next game is obviously, we'll call them one of the form teams, to be honest with you. Newcastle at the minute. They had a fantastic result yesterday. They were 4-1. Was it 4-1 or 4-0? I think it was 4-1. I had the result up just a minute ago. Yeah, 4-1 it was. I tell you who has come on massively, and he gave us a lot of problems, mate. The last time we played him is Alain Saint-Maxime. 3 assists yesterday. And he's come back from the restart and looks amazing. If there's one player I am quite scared of, mate, it's that man. And I've got their lineup there, mate. What they started yesterday. See Almiron come on for Sean Longstaff as well. But I don't know. Apart from St Maxim, Almiron, obviously Shelby loves a goal against us. Is there much that scares you apart from the fact that they're a form team?
Not really. I mean, Dwight Gale is nothing special. Joe Linton's been a massive flop, so he'll probably score an hat-trick.
I like the sales.
Yeah, I do like Almiron, but obviously he hasn't had the best season either.
Great goal yesterday, though, if you see it. Great goal.
There's not a lot there, but like you say, well, obviously Andy Carroll on the bench.
Oh, yeah, Andy, I forgot, man. Yeah, I think St Maxime's the one.
Yeah,
terrifies me. And anytime we come up against pace, we look great.
I think the biggest problem, and I was saying this yesterday against Chelsea. Don't get me wrong. Again, full credit to David Moyes. His game plan worked, and we got the 3 points. Brilliant. But I hate the way he's playing our wingers, our wide players, so deep. It just invites trouble. You know, you've got so last night you had Fornells and Bowen pretty much playing as wing backs, and it means that their fullbacks don't have to defend, and it just brings them forward. I hate that, and I want to see, especially if you've got someone like St Maximin, the last thing you want is a fullback overlapping as well. If you've got a pacey winger, the last thing you want is a fullback coming round too. So I hope we push forward and try and push them back. I don't think we will. We'll probably play the same way, but
it's going to be, and I keep saying his name, St Maxim. It's going to be him running up against Cresswell and
Wait, was he? He was playing on the left, wasn't he?
Oh, in that
Yesterday?
formation yesterday, that says he's playing on the right hand side.
I'm pretty sure watching the highlights though, he was actually playing on. Maybe he
Yeah.
switched,
But
he
even
looked like
that's
he was playing
even
on.
worse then. Against
Well,
Frederick.
yeah, it looked like he was playing on the left, but at least Frederick's got some pace about him.
Yeah. Looking at their just a couple of things that I always chuck in, mate, for the people that are watching. Obviously, looking at their top goal scorers, you got Miggy Almiron, like I say, on 7 goals, 2 assists. Shelby there, 5 goals, 1 assist. Probably all 5 of them come against West Ham. St Maxim's got 4. Matty Longstaff, good player, 3 goals. Frico Fernandez, I think one of those goals was against us. Sean Longstaff, good little player as well. Yeah, it's a game. And just one more thing, mate, before we continue. Just want to show you what the last game was, in case anyone did forget. It was 3-2 to Newcastle. They obviously went 3-0 up, and it was, look, Federico Fernandez. I said that, didn't I? Kevin Clark, Fender as well, and John Joe Shelby. And we tried to pull it back. Obviously, he didn't succeed. 3-2 again. High goal scoring. What do you reckon?
Could well be, yeah. Could well be. It's so difficult to predict. Do you know, genuinely, mate, what I think is going to be a decider is if he brings back Mark Noble.
Yes, I would agree with that, mate.
I think if he brings Mark Noble back, we're in trouble. And like I said at the beginning, I don't dislike Mark Noble at all. I love Mark Noble. But yesterday he just showed the difference with having a mobile midfield. And I think it will come down to that. I don't know. After that performance, you'd like to think Moyes will say, no, we'll stick with a winning team.
Do you start Yarmolenko or use him as impact sub again?
No, I wouldn't. I'd start Bowen and use Yarmo off the bench. I would even be tempted to put Yarmo up front and maybe put Antonio on the left. But I don't think...
But Haller. See, Haller is rumoured to be fit for that game as well.
If he's fit, he has to come in.
Fit, you start him in that game.
Yeah, 100%. Then I would probably look at playing maybe Antonio on the right, or Antonio probably play on the left, Bowen on the right, Haller in the middle. Although listening to David Moyes after the game, it sounds like what he wants to do is play 4-4-2 and play Antonio and Haller up front together. Sounds like that's what he wants to do. So then you're probably looking at Haller, Antonio, Bowen, Souček, Rice.
I like the 4-2-3-1 formation. I like
it as well, but that's what it sounds like Moyes wants to do. Or maybe he wants to play Antonio just off of Haller.
I like the Antonio and Bowen providing the sort of similar formation to what Frankfurt played.
Yeah.
And then you got Fornals who's clever enough to play the balls out to the wing quickly.
Yeah.
And you got Haller in there. Again, he can feed it out as well if need be.
It'd be interesting to see what he does. Like I say, the big thing for me though is if he brings Noble in or not, and I don't think he should.
No.
And
I see vice captain actually, mate, as well. We didn't mention that. I see vice captain, yeah. What do you think then, mate? What do you think if you had to go out on a win? I think we'll lose. Take a draw. Would take a draw. I think a draw we're nearly there.
I don't know,
mate.
Because
they're the form team at the minute.
They are the form team at the minute. My brain is turning itself back to the optimistic Paul that thinks we're going to beat everybody.
Oh, that won't last long.
So, do you know what, mate? I'm going out there. I'm putting my neck on the line. I think we're going to win.
So, mate, if we win, I think we're safe. I think we're nearly safe if we win.
Newcastle, nothing to play for.
We've got such a bad record up there.
We've got a bad record up there, but I just feel like, and do you know what? I actually think the game's being so close is going to help us. Because when you have a big win like that, a big confidence boosting win, you just want to get back on it straight away. You just want to play again now. So I think the fact that it's quite a short turnaround time between games is going to help us as well. And if Haller's back and fit and plays, that will help our shape so much better as well. So yeah.
What did you make of Jack last night? I think he's a good player to bring on, isn't he? I think he's technically, you know what you're going to get with him. Technically very good. If he can stay fit and get through some of these games, you've got a really little player that can just, like for Lanzini, wasn't it? That's what I was saying in the chat. He's going to keep the ball rolling over.
That's it. And like I say, what I liked was the fact that as soon as he got the ball, his head was up. He was looking around to see what was on for forward pass to keep the ball moving forward. rather than always looking at a sideways or backwards pass. And I like that. We know he's got ability. We know he's a good player. Like say, it's just keeping him fit. And yeah, absolutely, he's a good option to have on the bench. I mean, our midfield is good now. If you think, for me personally, I think Rice and Souček as the holding pair, that needs to be set. That's the partnership.
Yeah, that's the going forward. Yeah.
And then realistically, it's the three in front of them. You can do whatever.
What was when we started the show, mate? You said you had some negatives from last night. What were those negatives, and what needs to be addressed then?
For me, again, like I just touched on there, right? And I know we're in a relegation battle, but I hate the way we just drop. And even at the start of the Chelsea game, we just gave them the wings. We just gave them the wings, and I really hate to see that because you just get pinned in and you can't get out. You know, I don't want to see Fornals and Bowen playing as wing backs. I don't want to see that. That's not where they should be, because then all that happens is when we get the ball, you're punting it up to Antonio. Bowen or whoever's playing on the left-hand side has to then run nearly the entire length of the pitch just to get there. I don't like that. I want to see us being more positive. Again, all credit to Moyes. Yesterday he set up that way and it worked and we got the win. I don't like it. I don't like it. We're not good enough to invite that kind of pressure, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a few more little things to discuss because obviously I know you're on a tight schedule tonight, mate. So in terms of going up, staying up, or going down, where do you stand now in terms of confidence? I know, like you say, we're fresh from a win, and you can be really over optimistic. But for me now, Bournemouth are completely gone. Norwich are gone.
Yeah.
Like I say, the only thing I look at is Villa. Always that has got Grealish to create a moment of magic which could change their whole season around. A bit like our result last night could potentially end our season nicely now. Then you've got Troy Deeney for Watford, who can lead something, a driving force. But I don't know. They just seem worse than us.
Yeah, I agree, mate. And again, on paper, you'd say that we've got the nicest sort of run in. I could even see Brighton getting dragged back in.
Yeah, they could definitely get dragged back in, yeah.
It's difficult. Like you say, I agree with you, mate. I think Bournemouth are probably gone. They just don't look like turning it around. They've got nothing really. Norwich are obviously already gone.
They're not playing for Eddie Howe no more either. You can tell they're not playing for him anymore. I think I've gone from 80-20 going down, 60-40.
For us?
Yeah, I think I've gone nearly 50-50 for staying up a minute. Purely because I need to see what West Ham come out in that Newcastle game.
Yeah, we've got big games coming up. And like I say, for me, the Watford game is absolutely massive. I think, like I say, I think if we beat Watford, we stay up because it will keep us above them. I can't see them then bridging that gap. And I think that'll be us safe. So it depends how we come out. I think we'll stay up now. I think we will. I think we've got enough about us. See, this is the thing, right? This is what happens.
One game.
We get a game like that against Chelsea. Yeah. And I was even thinking...
made a good point there. Like you said, consistency is the key, not one game wonders.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
West Ham, isn't it?
And how many times have we seen it? And I was even thinking yesterday morning, I was literally thinking, it would not surprise me at all if we come out, have one of them performances where everything clicks, we look really good, and you think, oh yes, this is it. We've turned the corner. And then we lose the next 3 games.
We're just awful.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Let's see what happens on Sunday. Let's see what happens in the next couple of games.
I'm just looking if there's any major news, really. No, one thing I did want to talk about, mate, obviously we've not really spoke about it, is this, mate.
Kit, yeah.
What do you make of it? It's more or less a carbon copy of the last season at Upton Park. I do.
Put it back up again. Leave it up there.
I quite like that badge, mate.
Do you know for me, just as a kit, I don't mind it. I quite like it. I like the idea of it. I've said many times on this show. For me, a West Ham home kit is a claret body, blue sleeves, done. Can't go wrong. I like that they've gone back to actually proper blue rather than this sort of teal colour. I don't like the sleeves. I don't know why they come up so high. That looks really weird to me. It looks like a vest over a top. I don't know. I don't like the way the sleeves come up too high. I wish the collar had the two claret stripes in them, like the
I do
kits
like
from
that
the
badge though. I do quite
from the
like that.
60s.
And apart from the London bit.
Yeah, the badge is always, and on our away kit this year, like the badge being just two colours looks so much better than it does this one with the yellow and all the rest of it. Do you know what I wish though? I wish it was the other way around. I wish it was inverse, because the kits that these are based off always add a blue shield or a blue background and claret hammers. So I don't know why they didn't do that. I don't know why they didn't do it the opposite to what it is.
Yeah.
But
What do you guys think? Let us know. Yeah.
Yeah. But apart from that, it's all right. It's a decent kit.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the away kit and the third kit.
So I do listen to the West Ham Way podcast, and obviously X did sort of explain what the away kit will be. It's the classic, blue with the claret bars. Apparently, like a very classic sort of design. I can't remember what he said about the third kit.
Third kit's supposed to be black with gold trim.
Yeah, I've seen some mock-ups. Whether that's true, obviously we'll find out. But look forward to seeing the kits as and when they come. Just seeing there's a couple of questions in there, I think. Good evening, gentlemen. If Noble's fit and back in the team, would you give Declan Rice the armband? Gio summed it up quite nicely. So Noble is the club captain, but Declan is the captain of the 11. On the pitch. Noble shouldn't be starting anyway.
That I agree with. Obviously, I've said that Noble shouldn't be starting, and when Noble's not starting, 100% Declan should be the captain. But if they're both on the pitch, for me, I disagree. Mark is the captain.
Yeah.
Mark is the captain.
10 years, you know what I mean? He's 10 years serving.
Yeah, if they're both on the pitch at the same time, Mark has the armband. If he's not, and I don't think he should be, then 100% give it to Rice. But both of them at the same time, which I don't think they should be in the same team anyway. No, Mark's the captain.
I know we discuss this every week, mate, but so if West Ham are to start now, Declan, mate, what do you reckon? What do you reckon?
I don't know.
Is there anything that we have to make him stay? I don't think he'll openly look to leave. I really don't. I don't think he's that sort of character. If we do not, can't expect Sullivan and Gold to do it. Back him and go, look, we're going to buy this really good player. We're going to buy this one. And, we're going to try and build a Leicester model, a Wolves model. That's the only reason I think he'll go within the next 2 years, if there's no showing of progression now in the next 2 years.
I think it depends who comes in for him, and it depends what the bid is. Personally, if we stay up, I can see him stand for
It's worth 80 million. It's worth 80 million if we stay up.
I can see him stand for one more year.
Have a good Euros.
But if Chelsea come in for him, I think he's gone. Honestly, mate. He started at Chelsea, Chelsea fan, best mate plays for Chelsea.
Chelsea fans don't want him now.
Chelsea look like they're building a very good team again. They've made a couple of big signings already. And I as much as I hate to say it, because obviously Fat Frank, I can't stand the man. I think they'll have they'll have a good season next year, especially with the players they're bringing in. And I think if Chelsea come in,
be a part of it as well. He'll want to be a part of that, won't he?
Yeah, of course he will. Of course he will. Like I say, Chelsea as a kid, his family's probably Chelsea. His best mate plays for Chelsea. So looking at it from that point of view, I think if Chelsea come in for him with an offer, he'll go.
And what price would you be happy with? Is it that sort of 80 million mark, 75, 80 mil?
I'd love it. We won't get it, mate. We won't get it. Not in this current climate. Honestly, I reckon you're looking at 50 mil.
I wouldn't sell him for that though.
Mm.
Wouldn't sell him for that. I tell the one person, and again I've backed him the whole time. It's completely gone. If we can get anywhere above around 25 million, 30 million for Felipe Anderson, he would. Yes or no?
Yeah, definitely. And I think Felipe Anderson will go. I don't think he'll play. I don't think he'll definitely won't start for us again this season. I don't think Moyes will play him unless he has to. His attitude, his attitude since the restart has been, like you say, mate, stinks. Been disgusting. And yeah. As much as I rate him as a player, you don't want that in your team.
No.
And
who
else
would you be looking to get out the door if we start? Who else would you be like looking to get out the door if we do stay up? I think we need new fullbacks. I think that's where Cresswell and Fredericks could potentially be shipped out for, to raise some funds for like your Matty Cashiers. And I totally like what you said the weekend, mate. That Max Aarons and Lewis at Norwich.
Oh yeah,
we had the money to go for both of them.
100%, mate. I said that when Norwich dropped, and they wouldn't come to West Ham anyway. But yeah, 100%. If we sold Declan Rice for silly money, 100%, mate, I would chuck 35 million at Norwich for both of them.
I like Campbell as well. I thought Campbell was excellent as well.
I think that apart from Felipe Anderson, who does just look completely disinterested, he doesn't want to be at the club anymore, and Haller as well, probably. There's no way Haller stays if we drop in the Championship anyway. I think it'd be more of a case of who we can keep rather than who we want to sell. The players that would want to leave if we dropped. The list would be crazy. Yeah,
ridiculous. Yeah, if we do not stay up, we're in big trouble. Big trouble. I actually put this in our chat the other day. Would you take 45 million and Ross Barkley? I like Ross. I thought he was playing really well. I was quite surprised that he got taken off because another player I like didn't play well when he come on, Loftus-Cheek. Would I take that? I think I would actually.
45 and Barkley?
Yeah, I think I would. What would you rate Barkley's price at? Barkley's got to be a £35 million player, hasn't he?
Yeah, I would say now 30 million. I would say Ross Barkley's probably worth 25, 30 million.
You're sort of nearly hitting that 80 million mark then, ain't you? 75 million. Yeah,
and he's a good player.
I would take 45 million and Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well, I think that's another sort of option we could consider going down. Jaden Bogle from Derby is a right back I'd go for. I tell you who I really like as well, man. Ward Price. What a player he is as well. But again, whether we'd go for him. One we missed out on, mate, Danny Ings. Danny Ings is one we should have been all over. Really, really should have been. Anything else, mate? Anything else you feel we need to discuss?
No, I can't think of any big news. One thing I will say, I'll put a question out there for you and everyone watching as well. Put in the comments and we can talk about it a bit more on when are we back? Tuesday
with James Longman. For anyone who doesn't know, he's the man who produces the James Corden show. He's going to be joining us. That's a nice little guest for Los Angeles.
So that'd be good on Tuesday. But would you, assuming we stay up, would you keep David Moyes? They
will, or Sullivan. But I think if I was, if it was me owning the club, David Moyes would be gone, and I would give Mauricio Pochettino whatever he wants, whatever he wants. You can have this much money, and you're on 100 grand a week. You've got 150 million transfer budget. What about you?
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
That's Dreamworld scenario.
No, I wouldn't keep Moyes. No, even if you stay up.
Realistically, what I can see, mate. Sorry to interrupt there. Sorry, I should have gone into my realistic. Realistically, what I could see potentially is Moyes does go, and Sean Dyche comes in. Allardyce Mark 7.
I'd probably rather keep Moyes, to be honest with you, because at least he knows the club a bit. Yeah, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. I mean, it's who would come who could we get? But as it stands now, no, I wouldn't want to keep Moyes on. If we win the next, like if we win the remaining 6 games, if we win all the next 6 games 5-0, then I might change my mind.
So Kent Hammer thinks we would go for Eddie. Obviously, Eddie Howe, he's free.
It's a shout.
Yeah, it is. He would be out of the club when he obviously he's upset a lot of the Bournemouth players and stuff. But I think he just don't really care anymore. I think he's sort of out of contract. Brady likes Eddie Howe. Yeah, it's a shout. He may have let his contract run down, knowing that something at West Ham will come up. The problem is we're not an attractive outlet. We're not an attractive team. Like I see people, and I would love to have Steven Gerrard become our manager. I think it would be an excellent appointment if he had the ball that Leicester and Wolves have got. He's going to look and go, no, I'm not risking that when Frank Lampard's doing wonders at Chelsea. I can see Gerrard maybe going to a Wolves or a Leicester, or I keep mentioning their names, but like clubs like that. Like someone like Nuno is not going to hang around Wolves forever, is he? Nuno's going to get a good job at some point. And then Rodgers is rebuilding his career. And then that's the sort of job I think Gerrard would come back to the Premiership for, sort of level of club.
Yeah. And I don't know, Gerrard. The only thing with Gerrard is he's unproven. Yeah, in Scotland, he's doing well, but
the Liverpool link with the players, the respect, I think, play under someone of Gerrard's caliber. If you're a young player, Stevie's taking the training and stuff like that, it must be quite good to see. Do you know what I mean? It must be quite an experience. This guy is legend of the game, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's a good point. I don't know. I'd still love to see Niko Kovac come in. Is he still unemployed?
I don't know. Obviously, Scotty Parker as well. I have got real big hopes for him, and I think he's going to be a really good manager, Scotty. Doing good stuff at Fulham, and obviously there is the West Ham link there, and I think he would be loved by the fans as well. I think that's it, mate, for now. Good little show. Nice, short and sweet. Nice to
be back to winning ways.
Mate,
it's been a long time coming.
Do you know how hard it is? Me and Paul always say, we always go, oh yeah, we've got to make a show. And we love making the show. You know how hard it is. Get that energy. Talk about what our whole show is, West Ham. And we ain't won.
Yeah, you don't want to come on here and be all doom and gloom.
Yeah.
No one wants to listen to that. We don't like talking about it, but it is what it is. It is the way it is. And it's so nice. Like the feeling, I forgot what it like that. The feeling after winning.
I forgot what
it felt like. And I saw someone said it on Knees Up Mother Brown after the game. They're like, I fell in love again.
Yeah, it was like
that.
I was so happy. Honestly, I was so happy. I've been so happy all day. It's ridiculous that I can control my emotion like that.
Yeah, all the time off. And then the first few games back, I'm just thinking, I'm fed up with football. I'm fed up with West Ham. Fed up with it. But then something like you get a game like last night and it's just straight back.
It is. Optimism, everything. Keep believing is our tagline, and that is what it's like. I just want to end on something that someone said in the comments last week. It was a really nice way of putting it, because a lot of the questions when I did all the gear, they was like, oh, the third hammer, people always ask the third hammer. And this guy said a really nice thing. He goes, do you know who the third hammer is now? People that are in the chat, and that's the questions. You guys, the third hammer. Here you go. Tried to get him on today as well, guys. Painting his ass.
Yeah.
We tried to get Leon. But he's always got an excuse.
I heard he's a Tottenham fan now anyway.
I think so, mate.
So
might be. Yeah, that's it, guys. Like I say, on Tuesday, James Longman, you might know him, you might not know him. He used to do Knees Up Mother Brown podcast. He produces the Late Late Show, James Corden. I've been in touch with him for about a year, trying to get this show, and I've always wanted him on. He's a nice guy, seems like a really nice guy, talking to him on Twitter. We'll be doing that a Tuesday, 6:00, so that way we can talk about the Newcastle game and build up to the Watford game, I think it is, isn't it? On the Wednesday night.
Mhm.
So we'll be able to talk a few things there. So that'd be really good. I hope you join us, guys. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Enjoy being a West Ham fan at least until 2:15 on a Sunday. When you Irons, keep leaving now. Come on. Let's go.
Cheers.